Hi there everybody, it's Jo here from Creative Empowerment, back with another pick card reading. And this reading is all about your spirit guides and the messages that spirit want to give you. So we have three piles in front of us. We have the tawny frogmouth feather, which is pile number 1. We have pile number 2, which is a parrot feather. I'm not sure which one it is. Could be a rosella. And pile number 3, which is a crow feather. So please have a look at those piles, see which pile is calling you today. And here we have your reading, pile number 1 with the beautiful tawny frogmouth feather, which is not going to fit in shot, so I'm just going to place it over there. So we have channel your knowledge and critical judgment. That's the first card that has come out for you. And this card could be about you receiving energy and downloads from spirit. And I feel like you may not know what to do with them or how to process them through your body. I feel like you're hanging on to them because I'm feeling quite a lot of tightness at the base. So when we're receiving energy from spirit, we want to remember to allow it to flow through our bodies. So to get it out of our bodies, it's not meant to come into our body and stay there. It's high vibrational energy and it needs to flow. So when you're receiving energy from spirit or downloads from spirit, you could use it in a way of writing down the information you get. This card is about, what's it called? Automatic writing, and about flowing with the energy that you're getting from spirit. So I think your guides want you to know that you are getting downloads, and you know you're getting downloads. You probably don't know what to do with this information, this energy. I feel like your body is quite buzzing with it. And what they want you to know is that it's safe for you, but you do need to, call in protection and feel safe. Call in Archangel Michael, who we're using Archangel Michael cards in this reading. But ask for information, ask for help to do this work, and then allow the channel to flow. But don't have it sitting within your body. It's about releasing it and channeling the energy. If you think about a channel like a TV station, it tunes into the energy and then it broadcasts it. It doesn't tune into the energy and then hang on to it and store it forever. That's not what we're meant to do with the energy that we're getting from spirit. So I feel like there's a message here for you, and the words underneath are critical judgment. And I feel like you're probably judging yourself in how you're doing that, which is creating this sort of stagnant energy around how you work with the energy from spirit. And that can be, for many of you, that can be quite different. So I'm not going to go into that too much. Now, the other card that came out first is Expansion card, and educate your mind and senses. Now, this card here, each time I get it, I read it differently. And with this group, I'm feeling it quite different from how I've felt it before. So for you, I feel like you're pushing two worlds apart, and I feel like you're creating space for yourself. So, it feels like there's this cord or a tug from both of these worlds that maybe surround you or that encase you. It feels like quite an encasement in the sense that they're quite restrictive around you and they don't let you be free. And I really am understanding of that energy at the moment when we're completely enmeshed in everybody's lives who we live with. We often don't get enough space for ourselves. And you are currently going through this expansive period, and your guides want you to know that you're going to have to use force to push out and carve out some time for yourself. So you can educate your mind and your senses, but there is a point where you have to enforce boundaries with the people you live with, the people you work with, your friends on social media. However this relates for you, I feel you relate to this really, really well. And it's quite a lot of anger coming up in your body because of this. And that this is where Archangel Michael's coming in, and he wants you to detach from this situation. Now, what I find really, really helpful in my body is if I've been with somebody who's not draining, but if I've been sort of enmeshed in their energy and their feelings and what they've been talking about, I'm empath, so I carry that with me when I'm leaving from that situation. Unless I consciously detach from it, I can feel my own energy. I can be irritated or annoyed or tight or whatever it might be, because everybody's different. But you know, call on Archangel Michael, call on the angels to detach you from the situation. Now, there's a special little prayer here, and it says, Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or dramas, so that I may be centered in the knowledge or the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. And so coming back to your situation, this is your situation. This is a possible way of working through this situation, because I feel you'll get given some guidance from Spirit when you actually allow this channeling that you're working through to flow through, and you're not focused on this critical judgment. I feel there's a lot of judgment of the self here, and which is why the anger's coming in, and your spirit guides want you to know that it is okay for you to know where your boundaries are and to enforce those with other people. Okay? And I'm being drawn to sort of like that wounded energy on the side there, or that's how I'm reading it. And you may feel like you're going to wound people through your words. And, you know, if you're an empath or if you are sensitive to the feelings of others, that often is how we feel. But we need to know that our feelings are important too. And putting yourself last is never the way that Spirit and your spirit guides want you to work in the world. And here we have self-respect. And again, this is very much from your spirit guides and Archangel Michael, basically saying that you need to respect yourself, and respecting yourself will then allow others to respect you and give you that space that you're really needing. And unless you're seeing yourself as a valuable thing to protect, then no one else here is going to pay attention to that. And the last message here from the Archangel Michael cards is positive thoughts create positive results. Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and every situation. And this here is a call to you to know that when you're here, when you're giving or letting people know, these are my boundaries, you need to stand back. I need some space. I need to carve out this time for myself. I need a bit of peace and quiet. Maybe it's to do this, but maybe not yet. Maybe that's a little bit, you know, further into the future for you. Just relax and let that flow as it will. But it's knowing that if you go into this situation here saying, I'm going to just let everybody know that I need some space. It's not about them. It's not about hurting their feelings. It's about me being conscious of what I really need at this time. And that's the way that your spirit guides want you to focus. They want you to focus on what is good for you and not what is good for everybody else. So now I'm going to move those cards because I'm bringing in some new information here. And that is from spirit animals. And we're coming in, we've got groundhog spirit, porcupine spirit, and hummingbird spirit. So groundhog spirit says it's time to let go. And I feel that really is about this here. It's about this hanging on. You're hanging on to the way things have always been with people in your life, within whatever this situation is. It's time to detach. It's time to let go. And groundhog spirit is very much that it's going to be the same tomorrow unless you actually let go of how you've been seeing this and start to see it from a more positive frame of mind. And it's about respecting yourself. Porcupine spirit, time for beginner's mind. Now this is a fantastic card for you, because if we go in here with positive thoughts and create positive results, if you go in looking at this whole situation in a different way. If you go in saying, I don't know how they're going to react, I'm not going to be thinking about them. I'm going to be thinking about me and what I need from this situation. How can I love myself enough to give myself the space for this? And this is really what this is about. And this is coming after this. When you've cleared out some space, you'll actually be able to let this come through. It'll be a clearer communication with spirit for you. And hummingbird spirit, which is perfect. Be here now. It's not about thinking that, and I'm picking up on the red here as well. So there's a lot of anger for you coming up. And there's a lot of anger and frustration sitting inside your body. And perhaps your spirit guides want you to channel that information into writing to get it out of your body. And hummingbird spirit is very much about that very, very busy beating of the wings, but they're still staying still. So, and I'm feeling, oh, my body is just like really yucky. There's a lot of yucky energies coming up through my solar plexus into my heart because it feels very uncomfortable in this situation that you're in, but it feels like you've been here for a really long time, and it feels like it's really time to move on from this. And here we go. We've got some more information coming in, which is transformation with Archangel Zadkiel. Thank you, Zadkiel, for supporting me to transform from my past challenges. So absolutely perfect. And as we see here, this light, this bubbling up information, that feels very much like what I feel from your solar plexus, up through your heart and out your throat. So it may be that you know, this channeling information, maybe it doesn't come out your mouth, maybe it does come through your hand, but that's still coming up because it's expression. And don't hate, meditate. So here we go, like this anger and this frustration energy that you're carrying with you. It's time to release it from your body and to let it out, but to do it in a really serene way, because it's not about making everybody else feel shit because now you've decided that you're going to honor yourself and respect yourself. It's about loving yourself enough that you give back to yourself. Now we've got some more animal spirit energy coming in here with horse. And horse, oh, that's fantastic for you. Horse is about having that wild, unbridled spirit. And it's about freedom and knowing who you are and just knowing that, you know, like you're a master, that you don't need to kowtow to anyone, that you're as important as everybody else. And starfish, there's this energy of completing circles, as in patterns. So it's like for you, this transformation energy, you're completing something, but there's a little bit that you're not quite getting. So there's some information there for you to keep working through, because you're not quite there with whatever this is. And there's some more information that you're missing. And so I wanted to pull another card for you from about this card here, because I feel like there's a little bit more information that we need. And this is, it's about your channeling your knowledge, or this knowledge from spirit probably, and you can't even see that card, so that's not really helpful. But it's about living your joy. Thank you, angels, for supporting me as I follow my joy. And that's the message that I'm getting strong and clear for you, is that this is not about stamping on anybody else's feet. This is not about you really waking up one day going, you know what, I am important. You know, I really am important. I am free. I can do whatever I want. I can live my joy, but it's doing it in a really grounded way. It's doing it in a compassionate way. But it's being who you are. It's living your life your way, because you're important, but so is everybody else. Now, the last message that I have for you here is, I am a natural winner. It's kind of like a little bit of a mantra for you. And the message, I only listen to the winners, people who know what they are doing and who live a joyous, loving, prosperous life. So when we're feeling like this is looking so busy, I'm really sorry about that. When we're feeling a little disempowered, when we feel like we don't have enough space, like this expansion card is really calling to you about, we can feel like we're in the, you know, the loser's position, and we come at things from that perspective, thinking we're always going to be hurting someone because we don't want to be in that losing position. But it's not about that. Your spirit guides want you to know it's about loving yourself enough, having a self-respect, knowing that you're here to be this free spirit, knowing that your transformation is a win-win for everybody around you, because everybody gets to live their joy. If you live your joy, you want other people to experience their joy. And by doing that, everybody, you know, it's that full circle. Everybody experiences that beautiful joy because you're focused on win-win, not I'm a loser. I don't know how to make this situation work for me any better. This is a really cool reading for you. I love it. I think there's a lot of self-expression and expansive stuff happening for you. Your spirit guides want you to know that there's a lot of information coming through, but at the moment there's this stuff to work through for you in feeling better about who you are and how you interact with the people around you. And then you'll be able to get this information to come through with big transformation, big freedom, and living your joy. So I hope you've enjoyed this reading. If you have, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see more of these types of readings. Hi, pile number 2, and this is your reading. So here we have the first cards here, and these are all angel cards. So we have messages from the angels, angel cards, we have Archangel Michael cards down the bottom, and then we have messages from the angels. Anyway, I'll put them in the description box below. And the first card that I'm really drawn to, and I feel that this is actually going to be the real core of your reading today, the messages from your spirit, is that your spirit guides and spirit messages that are coming to you is that you are undergoing a period of change and transformation. And I'm really being drawn to that phoenix rising. So I feel like you are either currently going through that transition right now or you are about to. And the card wants you to know that you are safe and that you can call on the angels like Archangel Azrael. Thank you, Archangel Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. Now, and you can see behind Azrael, he is really strong and an empowered angel. And then behind him, there's all this beautiful, beautiful light reds and it's to me, I'm seeing pinky colors, even though it's looking more red the more I look at it closely. But so through my third eye, I'm seeing lots of pink here. So this could be that it's about heart healing, just finding out what this pink is about, what the message is here, because I'm really being drawn to the outline or the aura around him, which is red, but for some reason I'm being drawn to the fact that it's pink. So the word I'm getting is empathy, and perhaps you are undergoing a transformation where your guides and your spirit, the spirit realm, want you to know that you're feeling people's feelings a bit more. And the more that I'm talking about this, the more I'm getting confirmation. So it feels like that's expanding out. It's like your aura is becoming more sensitive. And this is, for you, quite a bit of a new thing happening in your body. So I want you to know that you are safe to go through this. And I am an empath, so I really understand feeling other people's feelings can be very overwhelming. But there are certain things you can learn to help that, process that through your body. Shine your light, Archangel Uriel. So thank you, Archangel Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. And again, the aura of the angel is really, really golden and real. There's a lot of this sort of sun Helios energy coming through here. And that's that real enlightened, central galactic kind of golden light. It's not Christ light, I'm not feeling that at all. It's very much Helios. And you may want to look up the god Helios and what that means for you, because that's not coming to me, and it might mean a different thing for each and every one of you. I'm also being drawn to this the silver plate that's across the heart or your heart, and so I feel that you're probably protecting yourself, and that you're feeling a bit vulnerable because you are feeling people's feelings, and that's okay. And I want you to know that Archangel Michael is here to help you. Archangel Michael wants you to ask for help with this situation. So I'll read you the prayers, and it says, Archangel Michael, thank you for assisting me with whatever the situation is. Please help me to be filled with faith and peace at all times. Now, you can always ask Archangel Michael, the words are not coming, to clear your body, to help you detach from whatever the situation is. If you're feeling other people's emotions, if your own emotions are out of control. And your spirit guides are also telling you it's time to leave an unhealthy situation. And this, I feel, for you is more what you might be doing to your body. If you're an empath, and I know this very, very well, you often use either substances or things to detract you, detach from some other things. You'll, push something else into your life. You'll take your time up, or detract your energy from things with other ways. And whatever way you're using with your energy, you're being told it's time to stop it. And I had to be very forceful and not tell you to leave the situation, but stop it, cut it out. It's time to let it go. And you and your loved ones are safe. And so I feel this is very much a message for now, that with this transition that you're feeling, with this sort of empathic feelings that you're having in your body, you may be feeling that that you're not safe. And Archangel Michael's here to let you know that you are. And I'm looking at these scales and I'm seeing them being out of balance. And it's up to us to bring them back into balance. We have the power to do that, and you definitely have the power to do that. Know that you are not this little weak thing. You are a strong being, and there is lots of assistance and help here for you. You need to call on it. And here I'm going to bring in some messages from animal spirits, and we have swan, we have nightingale, and we have dragonfly. Now, the nightingale, when I was shuffling these cards for you and your message today, it was on the bottom of the pile, and I noticed it, and it was very strong for me. And then when I pulled these cards, this was a very strong card for me, which these are the things Spirit is telling me, that these are the things to pay attention to for you for today. And nightingale is about expression. It's about allowing your voice to be heard. See all this darkness around this nightingale? It's really about you transforming yourself through your voice now, or your expression. It may not be your actual physical voice in the sense of using and speaking. It could be singing, it could be music, whatever it is. It could be art. But this is how you transform. It is how you clear away the darkness out of your life. Now that feels so strong for me, and I don't know exactly. There's lots of people who possibly are tuning into this, and I'm tuning into your energy. And when I say that, that's the group energy. And I feel you have this voice that breaks the darkness up, and I keep being drawn to the light as it's coming in. So whatever it is that you're doing at the moment, or whatever it is that you're working on, but you haven't yet found your way to bring it through, it's really important. We need it. You need to get on it. Swan is here, and Swan's about this reflection. It's about seeing yourself for who you are, knowing that you are beautiful. You are not this ugly duckling. You are not, like I said before, you are not this weak being that's having all these forces coming down upon you. You are this wonderful galactic being who can break up darkness simply with their expression. So please don't see yourself as this small thing. You are a magnificent swan, but it's seeing yourself in the mirror for who you actually are. And I feel here we've got the dragonfly reversed. I feel that you are trying to stifle your own transformation or your own transition because we get scared of change. And I'm bringing in another card here to sort of give us a little bit more clarity about the change and transition, and the card is aligning your universe. And I feel like I talked to you just before about, you know, using substances and things like that. And this card is definitely telling you that whatever you're using to scatter your energy, it's time to let that go, really big time. Let it go. It's not serving you, and you may feel like, you know, it's giving you something and it's allowing you some escape is how I'm feeling. You use it as an escape. It's harming you, and it's that your spirit guides are telling you get rid of it. Now I don't have enough room here. I'm really sorry. I'm using a different way of putting my cards out today. Awakened spirit, the desire to change or desire to change. Now, once your spirit is awakening, sometimes we don't actually feel like we have a choice. And for you, I don't feel like you do. When I say that, it's not like it's going to be thrust upon you. You actually want it, and it will change you forever. But you're a little bit frightened of it at the moment. And that's fine, because I think we all feel that way sometimes. And light codes here, this energy here that's coming in for you is amazing. You're actually going to be so transformed. These two cards here are about your light body and your light being, and all the messages that are coming in for you. It's about understanding that you're safe through this transition, understanding that you are such an important person that you need to challenge yourself to get out of some of these unhealthy habits, whatever they are, and allow your spirit to be awakened, because it's such a transformation for you and there's no going back, and you'll be so happy that you did. Frog spirit and grasshopper spirit. So some more animal messages coming here, more animal spirit messages. Frog spirit is about using water to wash away. But there's also another message coming in here with this frog spirit. So clearing out the clutter. Now, what I'm seeing here is this pattern of behavior, this way of being that you don't feel like you can get rid of. Okay, so you're feeling like it's too ingrained in your personality, who you are, all that sort of stuff. That's crap. And the card here is a 28, which is a 10, which is you can see it as a completion number. Whatever this is, you feel like it has a bigger hold over you than it does. Give yourself, give yourself 21 days of trying something new. Give yourself 7 days. Whatever it is that you feel like you could actually manage, then try that and see how you go with that, because I feel like you'll actually realize it's not as big as you think it is, or it's easier to let it go than you believe at this present moment. And grasshopper spirit again saying the same message. Take a leap of faith. You can do this. I know you can. And another card that again, some of your messages were not to be ignored. Moth spirit wanted to come into this. It didn't come into the reading. I saw it when I was shuffling, and then it was on the bottom of the pile. Then I ignored it, and then it came out again as it fell out when I was putting the cards away for you and thinking that was it. Moth spirit wanted to come in to talk to you too. And this message here, sorry, bring it right into where you can see it. Now, moth spirit is about transformation. It's about surrendering and seeing the beauty in a situation. And realizing that it's all going to work out. There is a plan for you. It's all good, but surrender to it, because this divine plan is something that you can't possibly understand from our limited perspective down here on earth. And I've picked a last card for you, which is my mental pattern is positive and joyful. And I feel when you're getting ready to let go of whatever this stuff is here, that you might need a mantra. And on the other side it says, everything in my life, every experience, every relationship is a mirror of the mental pattern that is going on inside me. So for you, I feel that's quite important. I feel like you need to know that you are safe. You need to know that you are really, really important, and we need you in the world. You need to know that this transition that you're going through, you're safe, and that it's all divinely guided, that you can do this. It's a leap of faith to let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to. I've really enjoyed this reading for you. It's quite a heavy message. Please let me know how you go in the comments below. If you'd like more pick a card readings, please subscribe to my channel. And here we have pile 3, which is the beautiful crow feather. And straight away, we're going straight into some really deep energy for you. So we're looking at clear and activating both your body, your mind, your space, everything, to really allow all of this sort of sacred energy to come in, this beautiful, strong spiritual energy to come into your life and to really sort of work around you and through you. So it's about creating a sacred space for yourself. So your guides want you to know, the spirit messengers want you to know that you need to carve out a space for you, and it needs to be yours. It could be a regular time in the week. It could be a space in the house or the apartment that you live in. Whatever it is, there needs to be some time for you to connect with spirit. And then the next one for you is illuminate the shadow and focus on a solution. So I feel like you are starting to develop or delve into the shadow side of yourself. And I feel that you're finding this quite confronting. I feel that you are very frightened of your own shadow, as well as that sort of darkness or that dark element. And it's about you knowing that you can illuminate it, that you can open it up, instead of looking down on it and feeling scared and bringing that fear energy to whatever it is that you're doing. So focusing on the solution is bringing light to the situation. And as soon as you do that, it feels like it lifts up. As soon as you do that, your spirit guides are saying, that's it, keep moving in that direction. Know that you're bringing your light to the situation. And you still may be looking at dark stuff. And what I mean by that is that your own dark stuff, your own shadow stuff, it still might be deep and it might be dark. Focus on the solution. Yes, it's there. You need to work through it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. Now, the next card for you is secret temptation, being led astray. And I feel this for you is working through this energy here. It's like when you're working in, if you are doing shadow work on your own and you're bringing this fear energy into it, it's like you're muddying everything that you're doing. And it means that there is an element of you being led astray, psychically, intuitively, and that's how it feels. And so I think your guides are really asking you to call in for extra guidance while you're doing this. Could be calling animal spirits in. But you need to make sure that you're calling in light beings. So there's this real, like there's this volcanic sort of eruptive energy happening around your third eye and then through to your crown. And I feel that it needs cleansing. I feel you need to, your spirit guides want you to know, you need to cleanse your own environment, your own body, and make sure that when you're going into this clear space, that you are clear. You may be going in to do shadow work, but you're going in clear. See this bright light energy over here? Do not go in if you've got a hangover or if you've just consumed, you know, bucket loads of food and you're feeling heavy, or you've been around people and you're going in with their energy. You need to clear yourself and your space before you go into any sort of deep work that you may be doing. Even if you're just writing about your emotions, if you're delving into your shadows, don't go in there if you've got other people's crap, you know, sort of hanging onto your body. And here the message is, be gentle with yourself. And I'm being really quite firm with you, but this here is about caring for yourself. And you can't care for yourself if you are allowing this other stuff to be around you. You need to look into it in a better way. You need to make sure that you're working through it with the focus on you're finding a solution, you're finding the way out, not that you're going into this dark hole that you're going to be in forever. And this card here, this is your life's purpose. And I wanted to draw another card about that because I'm not finding that information's coming to me. And we're getting Rhino Spirit reversed. Overcome the obstacles or any obstacles. And I'll just show you Rhino Spirit because it's really quite free and light, even though the rhino is such a heavy animal, but it is being in the reverse position. So I feel for you that that you're seeing the obstacles at the moment, and I feel that that's what's happening here is you're getting bogged down in this stuff and it feels quite heavy to you, and you're not allowing it to flow, but you're also muddying either. So there's two things coming to me. So I'm just going to just slow everything down and ask for the messages to come one by one. One is that you're going into a psychic space or communication with spirit, or however you want to talk about it, but you're going in without protection, without being cleansed and clear and in this lovely, beautiful, bright, open way. You're going in muddied. You're going in, you're being led astray by perhaps lower energies and things like that because you're not cleansing your energy of them. You want to do this shadow work, but you're very much focused on the shadows and rather than learning from what it is. But I feel like this is your life's purpose. And so whatever work you're doing at the moment is going to be something that you share with other people. And that'll be a really wonderful thing for you to do. And I'm going to bring in two more animal spirits to help us a little bit more here. And one is vulture spirit and the other one is antelope spirit. And as you can see, they're both reversed. So I feel like a lot of whatever's happening is you doing it. And I feel like spirit is wanting to draw that to your attention, that you have more power over everything that's currently happening to you than you believe or that you are giving credit for. And I feel like my voice, I'm speaking so fast, it's like I need to get this all out. I need to give it to you all. And here we go. We've got vulture spirit. Nothing is ever wasted, but it's upside down. Now this vultures you reuse, and they're like the garbage bins of nature because they pick the carcass. But what's happening here for you is it's reversed. And what I feel from that is I actually feel like the bottom half of you is not working. And what I mean by that is you're actually not releasing your waste. You're not letting it go. You're not grounded. You're not letting this stuff go. And you are hanging on to it. So vulture spirit is, yes, I'm going to recycle and reuse, and then it's going to come through me and it's going to be, the waste that then helps the seed grow or whatever, the cycle of life, but you're not letting go. Okay, so whatever you're bringing in, you're not releasing it. You're not letting it go, which is why this feels so deep and dark for you, because you're hanging on to a lot of other people's stuff. And spirit wants you to know you don't need to. And the spirit animals definitely want you to know that. They want you to let this go. Antelope spirit, life is speeding up. And again, this is reversed for you. So what is that telling us? What is this? I feel like you're doing a lot, but not achieving a lot. So your wheels are spinning, but you're actually not getting anywhere. And so that's what these cards up here are feeling like too. But what I want to tell you is that when you're here, when you're doing this stuff here, it's really purposeful, and you're going to find that it brings you a lot of joy and you're going to help a lot of people. Some more animal spirit messages coming in for you. And these messages coming in are much brighter and lighter. So now that your spirit guides have told you that you're focused on the wrong things, you're focused on the problems, you're not letting things go, you're hanging on to all this old stuff, that they want to tell you that, yes, your internal world is fabulous and we want you to focus on that more, but we don't want you to go round and round in circles. So there's time to go within. There's time to be, sorry, my hand's totally in the way. There's time to go within and be on this wonderful other plane. But you need to know that you've got to cleanse yourself. You've got to be gentle with yourself and not go into these environments that might not be really good for you. And then you've got whale spirit, and whale spirit is this wonderful, wonderful animal spirit. It's coming out of the darkness, it's rising up, and it's giving freedom for your expression. It's also explaining to you that you do have a wonderful gift for this spiritual expression, that at the moment, the way you're working with it is not the best way. But if you ask for more help, whether it's through animal spirit guides, whether that's through ascended masters, whether it's through loved ones who've already passed, and I'm going to draw another card for you. And because as I was talking about that, I remembered that I had a couple more cards here. And this card here is a really strong one, and it's a spirit animal. So thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. And so the animal spirits here are really talking to you quite strongly. And I feel that perhaps it's time for you to work with animal spirits, and your animal spirits might help you a little bit more work on these astral planes, these psychic planes that you want to work on and that you're very gifted at, but at the moment you just need a bit more assistance and more help here. Now, this energy will really tap into your ancestors, and your ancestors want you to work with animal spirits because you're very good at it. So at the moment, while things seem a bit muddy, like you're being led astray a little bit, the strong message is for you to work with your animal spirits. And I've drawn one more card, which is admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. And I think that's probably a really strong message from your spirit guides. And and in this card, it's filled with animals. So we've got a couple of birds, we've got some animals down here, and we've got the unicorn. So I feel like your message is really strong, that yes, your life's purpose is working with energy, but perhaps it's in a different way than you have imagined it up until now. Or perhaps it's that you need to start bringing in more animal spirit energy, and then it'll actually progress in the way that you had thought it was going to go. So the last message for you is sort of like a mantra, and it is, I freely express who I am. It is my birthright to express myself in ways that are fulfilling to me. So some really interesting messages here for you. Lots of reversals and lots of animal cards wanted to come out for you today. And I feel that this spirit animal, there's whether it is an eagle for you or whether it's a whale or whatever it is, I think that you'll get contacted by an animal spirit. Or you have already, and it could be crow because you picked the crow feather. So there's lots of sort of ancient family medicine in this for you. There's a lot of connection to animal and animal spirit. I'd love to hear what you thought about this reading and whether it makes sense for you, whether you've been having these feelings already, whether admitting the truth and acting accordingly is something that makes sense for you at the moment, and this sort of murky energy up here, whether you acknowledge that that's been happening. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed giving this reading for you. I love doing these readings. I'm here all the time doing pick a card readings. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss one. Thanks for joining me today. Like and comment below if you're interested. Thanks. Bye.